Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back. On this segment, we're going to talk about a fight that was just announced. It's not official, but it's really close to being official. Cron Gracie versus Cub Swanson. Cron Gracie, of course, being the son of Rickson Gracie and grandson of Elio Gracie. He's only had 5 professional MMA fights. He won all 5 of those fights by submission. Highly decorated, really talented submission player, which is no surprise because Rickson is regarded by many, and I mean many, as the greatest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner of all time. So let's get right into this fight, guys, and see how these guys match up. Killer Cub Swanson has an MMA record of 25 wins with 11 losses. Very experienced fighter. I would say that Cub is well-rounded. He has really good dynamic striking, very explosive, loves to throw kicks, is creative standing. He does have a slick ground game, but I definitely think that his bread and butter is his stand-up. Cub is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he is also a black belt in Judo. In Cub's 36 professional MMA fights, he's been submitted 7 times, and I think that's relevant in this fight. Cub is currently on a 4-fight losing streak. In those 4 losses, he lost by decision twice, and he's been stopped twice via submission. Cub at one point was a really promising prospect. He's very talented, super athletic. Like I said, he has a lot of experience, but it appears that Cub's best days might be behind him. That may be the case. Coming back to Cron Gracie, as stated, he has 5 professional MMA fights. He won all 5 via submission. He's very green in the sport of MMA. Right now, he's under the wing of Nate Diaz, and in my opinion, that's a great fighter to be your mentor. And I say that because Nate has a lot of experience, and Nate is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu based. Nate showing Cron the ropes and the tricks of the trade is kind of a scary thing because Cron is so physically talented and of course a phenomenal grappler. The last 2 opponents that Cron faced are pretty experienced, Tatsuya Kawajiri and Alex Caceres. I have to say that I have been impressed with Cron's progress, specifically the striking. Every time I see him fight, he's getting better and better. But is he ready for an experienced vet like Cub Swanson? Here's what I think. Cub Swanson in his prime, on his A game, probably not. I would say that Cron needs more work. He needs more experience to fight a fighter of that caliber. But present day Swanson is not prime Cub Swanson. And I say that with a ton of respect. If he can get back to prime form, that will be awesome. But clearly it seems like present day, he definitely has missed a step. He's on a 4-fight losing streak. And needless to say, that's not good. On the feet, I would give the advantage to Cub Swanson. I would say that he's vastly more experienced, just better overall skill, more diverse, more dynamic. On the ground, definitely Cron Gracie. I think that Cron is young enough and durable enough to absorb what Cub Swanson throws at him on the feet, eventually get the fight to the mat, and lock in a submission. I know many of you probably don't agree with this. You're going to say that Cub Swanson is way too experienced for Cron, but Cron is a phenomenal grappler. He's learned from arguably the best BJJ player ever, and once he gets a hold of you, he's like a boa constrictor. You're not getting away, and he systematically breaks you down. Cub may be difficult to take down due to his footwork and movement, but if Cron can close the distance without taking too much damage, clinch up, or get a body lock on Cub, I'm thinking he's going to drag him down to the mat. And from there, it should be pretty formulaic. So my prediction, I think Cron Gracie is going to win this fight, and most likely it's going to be via submission. I would say via choke, rear naked, or guillotine. In order for Cub to win this fight, he can't let his ego come into play. Even though Cron is very green in MMA, he's a super dangerous opponent. His one skill set is so strong. Cub would have to use a lot of footwork, keep Cron on the outside, try to light him up with kicks, obviously stuff takedowns, or immediately get back up to his feet. If Cron does score a takedown, Cub can't let him settle in. He has to immediately scramble to get back on his feet. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for Cub to avoid the ground the entire fight against Cron. I guess we're going to have to see what happens, guys, this October. Let me know what you think about this fight. Are you excited for it? Are you excited to see what Cron can do with higher competition? What's your prediction and how do you think it's going to go down? Thanks for watching this segment. Appreciate the support, the likes, shares, subs, and I'll catch you guys on the next segment.